Hello students. Today I am going to continue with the chapter Inside Our Earth. In my last video, I have explained to you about crust, mantle and core. In this video, we are going to learn about rocks and minerals. Rocks and minerals. The Earth's crust is made up of various types of rocks. Rocks are natural mass of minerals that makes up the Earth's crust. Rocks can be of different color, size and texture, and all rocks are having their own definite chemical composition. A rock in which a particular mineral is found in large percentage is known as the ore of that mineral. For example, if we say iron ore, that means in that rock, iron is present in a large percentage. Diamond is the hardest mineral. Even the common salt which we used in cooking is a mineral. Types of rocks. There are three types of rocks: igneous rock, sedimentary rock and metamorphic rock. Here, children, you can see some pictures of different types of rocks. On the basis of their mode of formation, there are three kinds of rocks: igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks and metamorphic rocks. So let's start with igneous rocks. The word igneous comes from a Latin word ignis, which means fire. They are formed as a result of volcanic eruptions. The magma or lava, which is present inside our Earth's surface, flows out through the vent of the volcano, cools down and solidifies, forming igneous rocks. Igneous rocks are of two kinds: intrusive rocks and extrusive rocks, or we can also say intrusive igneous rocks and extrusive igneous rocks. The rocks that cools below the surface of the earth are called intrusive igneous rocks. They take longer to cool and form large crystals. One best example of it is granite. The rocks which cools on the earth's surface are called extrusive igneous rocks. Crystals of these rocks are smaller and finer. For example, basalt, one of the best example for extrusive igneous rocks. Here you can see the picture where it is defining you about intrusive igneous rock and extrusive igneous rock. Magma which is present inside our earth due to heat and pressure is coming out of the earth's surface through vent. The part of the magma which cools inside the earth's surface is called as intrusive igneous rocks. The part of magma which comes out on the surface and cools down is called as extrusive igneous rocks. Characteristics of igneous rocks. What are the features of it? Let us study the characteristics of igneous rocks. They are hard and compact. They are water resistant as water does not permeate through them. They are the basic or the primary type of rocks. These rocks are a storehouse of a large number of minerals such as iron, magnesium, aluminium, gold and silver. This type of rocks are the base or the primary or the first stage of rock cycle. Sedimentary rock. As the name suggests, these rocks are made up of sediments. What are sediments? Sediments are the small pieces of rocks formed by the breakdown of existing rocks due to running water, wind, rain, snow, and animals. As more and more sediments are deposited, they become compressed in layers and harden to form rocks. Such rocks, we call them as sedimentary rocks. Since the sediments are deposited in layers, we can also call sedimentary rocks as stratified rocks. Characteristics of sedimentary rocks. These type of rocks are generally formed in riverbed, lake bed and ocean beds. These rocks are made up of organic matters. During the formation of sedimentary rocks, many times it has been found that organic matter gets caught between the layers. Over a period of time, this organic matter gets transformed into fossil fuels like petroleum and natural gas. Sandstone, limestone, coal, these are some of the examples of sedimentary rocks. Metamorphic rocks. After we have read about sedimentary rocks, the second stage of rock cycle, here we are going to learn about the third type of rocks, metamorphic rocks. When igneous and sedimentary rocks are subjected to intense heat and pressure, they undergo metamorphosis. They undergo metamorphosis and become metamorphic rocks. Now, what is metamorphosis? It is a process by which the old substance change completely under intense temperature and pressure. Due to excessive heat and pressure, color, the texture, and the hardness of the original rocks changes and leads to the formation of metamorphic rocks. It also changes the minerals present in the previous rocks. Metamorphosis is a slow process and it takes hundreds of years. The transformation of limestone into marble, shale into slate, and coal into graphite are examples of metamorphic rocks. Characteristics of metamorphic rocks. These rocks are very hard. They have a high specific gravity. They do not have empty spaces between them. Gems can be found in these rocks. One type of rock changes to another type under certain conditions in a cyclic manner is known as rock cycle. Let's learn about rock cycle in detail. Magma from volcanic eruptions flows out, cools, and solidifies to form igneous rocks. As I already told you, igneous rocks are basic rocks. These rocks are broken into sediments and it results in the formation of sedimentary rocks. And when both igneous and sedimentary rocks under intense temperature and pressure transform into metamorphic rocks, the rock cycle completes when metamorphic and sedimentary rocks melt under extreme temperature and pressure to form magma, and magma again flows out when a volcano erupts and forms igneous rocks. As you can see in the picture, this is explaining you about rock cycle. Inside the Earth's surface, magma is present. This magma, due to volcanic eruption, comes out of the Earth's surface. Some part of it cools down inside and some part of it comes out. When it cools down and solidifies, it leads to the formation of igneous rock. The magma which cools down inside the Earth's surface is called as intrusive igneous rock. The magma which cools down on the Earth's surface is called extrusive igneous rocks. From here, due to heat and pressure, when the igneous rocks are broken into sediments, different types of sediments, when they are composed together, they form sedimentary rocks. When igneous rock and sedimentary rock under great heat and pressure rocks transformed into metamorphic rocks, and when these rocks, due to intense heat and pressure, liquefies into magma, the rock cycle is completed. What are the uses of rocks? We have read about different types of rocks. Why they are so important in our day-to-day life? They are important or they are useful in many ways. Soil is formed from rocks. In ancient time, rocks were used to make tools and weapons. Rocks are used in the construction of roads, houses, and buildings. Rocks contain fossil fuels, which are the main source of energy. Rocks contain several minerals. Some rocks are the source of precious gems and stones. Thank you everyone. Hope you have a clear vision of rocks and minerals and rock cycle.